So if you've been following this series, you already know two things. Number one, being fully booked doesn't mean that you have consistent demand and stable pipeline. And number two, the standard advice that is given to most service businesses about being more consistent, do more outreach, get more referrals, doesn't actually fix your structural issues. The problem is that you're being more consistent without understanding who it is that you should be targeting exactly in terms of your ideal clients and prospects. You're doing more outreach without understanding the needs, problems, and desired outcomes of the people that you should be targeting. And you're trying to get referrals without having some sort of system in place that you control that actually takes someone from not knowing about your services and that you exist to becoming a paying client, and that referrals should be a bonus and not your entire client acquisition strategy. So in this video, I'm going to walk through how us at ICAD Marketing actually helps our clients to fix these structural issues. Now, in order to do that, we need to build something that I call the authority pipeline. Now, authority pipeline is one phase in our three-phase approach in our authority growth system that helps service business owners leverage their expertise to actually build a growth engine that helps them scale their service business. But we'll get into the entire system in future videos, so be sure to subscribe so you can actually see that and learn the system when I actually release those videos. But for now, we're just focusing on authority pipeline. Now, as the name suggests, authority pipeline consists of two things. Number one is authority, which is using your expertise to create demand and position yourself as a credible go-to expert who potential clients want to work with. Now, especially for us service business owners, this is particularly important because clients don't hire us because we have 1 million followers on social media. They hire us because they trust our expertise and they trust that we can actually deliver on the things that we promise, which is why building authority at scale is so important. And the second aspect is pipeline, which is capturing qualified and high quality leads that we generate through creating demand for our services and using a conversion path to actually convert those qualified leads. Now, as we go through this video, I want you to keep in mind that the goal is how can we create and install a system that produces pipeline activity continuously. So think of it less as bursts of rain that fall out of the sky and more like a river that actually flows consistently every day once it builds up momentum. Now, there are three things that you need to make this work. Number one, you need a high value client profile. Number two, you need a value proposition map. And number three, you need a conversion path. High value client profile ensures that you're only targeting the best fit prospects for what it is that you offer. Value proposition map helps you to frame what it is that you offer in such a way that it gets their attention and makes them want to learn more about your services. And then finally, conversion path is how do you actually convert that attention and interest into qualified sales opportunities and clients for your business. So step one is to create your high value client profile. And there are three elements that actually determines who you consider high value clients. Number one, who are the people who pays you the most? Number two, who are the people that stay with you the longest? And number three, who are the clients that actually gets the most value from the services that you offer? So in order for them to be considered high value, they have to meet all three criteria at once. So let's make this practical. Look at your client list over the last 12 months and make a list of the last 15 to 20 clients that you actually work with. From that list of 15 to 20, go ahead and filter all of them to ensure which ones meet all three criteria. The ones who do, those are your high value clients. And the sweet spot that you're aiming for is about 5 to 7 clients on that list, at most 10. I mean, if you can get it up to 10, that would be good, but 5 to 7 should be good as well. Number two is to build your value proposition map. So once you have your list of high value clients, now you need to extract from them what are the needs that they actually had, why they decided to come to you, and why is it that they decided to work with you specifically. Now, for me personally, I like to use one-on-one interview styles rather than a survey because it helps me to ask certain questions, follow-up questions, and it allows me to go in-depth with certain answers to really gain clarity to understand my high-value clients. So with that feedback, what you're looking for is number one, what's the desired outcome that they were after, why they decided to come to you or search for a solution like yours in the first place? Number two, how were they actually trying to achieve that desired outcome? Number 3, what were the problems that they had in trying to achieve that desired outcome their particular way? And then number 4, what was your better way or solution that enabled them to achieve the desired outcome that they were after? So once you have all the information, think of your value proposition map as a sequence. So it goes from desired outcome or their goal, to the current way that they try to get it done, to the problems that they had with the current way, to your better way and solution, and then finally the benefits of your better way or solution. Number 3 is to map your conversion path. Now, here's how I want you to think about this. Your job is not to try and sell them on your services. Let me say that again. Your job is not to try and sell them on your services. Your job is to take them from a stranger who doesn't know you exist to a paying client. And how you actually do that is across 5 stages with 4 steps. So the 5 stages are the unawareness stage, the awareness stage, the interest stage, the demand stage, and the purchase stage. And then in between each stage is 1 step. So step 1 to move them from unawareness to awareness is to make them aware of the problem that your specific service solves. Not your service, but the actual problem that your specific service solves. That's how you get their attention and make them aware of your brand. Step 2 to move them from awareness to interest is to educate them on the problem and why the problem actually exists. So here's where you want to share insights on the hidden risk and the cost of this particular problem or not doing anything about this problem. Step 3 to move them from interest to demand is you want to engage them at a deeper level in a private environment or setting. That's how you build resonance and one-to-one connection and trust with them. And step 4 to move them from demand to purchase, that's when you get them on a sales call, you're negotiating. Probably after the sales call, you have some sort of follow-up or nurture process to help to convert them. So here's a perfect example of this, how we do it at ICAD. To move prospects from unawareness to awareness, what I'll do is I'll post content sharing my point of view, sharing problems around referral dependency, whether on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram. Step 2 to move them from awareness to interest. This is now where I'm educating them on referral dependency, why it's a problem, why it's a revenue risk, and briefly mention that the solution to shift from referral dependency to actually a growth engine that they control is something I call authority-driven growth. Step 3 to move them from interest to demand. This is now where I'll host private webinars or private workshops where I actually give behind the scenes and a breakdown of our entire authority growth system and how it actually helps them to make that shift from referral dependency to authority driven growth. Step 4 to take them from demand to purchase. This is now where I'll have my feedback calls where they can sit down with me one-on-one. They can ask questions about information they may have learned from the workshop or the webinar. And also for those people who may need help and want to get there faster, they can now take the next step to work with me, and that next step is a diagnostic call where we go through, we analyze their business based on certain questions we ask, and we kind of get a baseline as to what the gaps and bottlenecks are to their growth and where we need to focus first to actually help them to eliminate those gaps and bottlenecks, whether it's positioning, pipeline, or authority. So we had a service business owner that owns a compliance agency that used these exact steps to actually help her to sign and close 31 clients in 30 days. So before, she was running ads, she was chasing referrals, and no matter how hard she tried, her pipeline was still unpredictable, stagnant, and barely any conversions. After using the authority pipeline method, she was able to generate 100 leads in less than a week. Out of that 100 leads, 70 of them were actually qualified leads, meaning 70% conversion from lead to qualified lead. And out of that 70, she closed 31 clients, as I mentioned, and was able to generate over $100,000 in revenue within that 30-day span. And when we had our call, she told me that she attributed her success to 3 things. Number 1, creating a high value client profile. Number 2, building a value proposition map. And number 3, having a conversion path of how she actually converts strangers to paying clients. Now, a predictable pipeline requires all 3 that I mentioned working together. If you miss one, then the entire pipeline falls apart over time and becomes unstable once again. So here's your self-check. Which one of these is actually missing or feels weakest in your business right now? The answer to that question will help you to know which you need to prioritize fixing over the next 7 days. In the next video, I'm going to help you to understand which is broken in your business and what it looks like to know which one breaks so that you know which one you should fix first. So click here to watch the next video, and if it's not out yet, be sure to subscribe so that you're notified when it actually gets released tomorrow. See you in the next video.